So normally when you turn off the TV, even on dish, right? Now before that, on regular TV, I only had three channels, so there's, right. No big deal about that, but even then, even then, right. So when you turn on the TV, it's on the last channel you were on, right? And it don't change automatically, right?
I like the sound of that.
So,
Itself is like a passport.
Good
Instead of
Morning
being allowed to
America is what I'm
take it.
watching right now.
Welcome to the French Chef. I'm Julia Child.
Right. And that's just advertisement for Julia Childs. This is Green Frog, right? With Tracy. That's all I know about her. And again, right, the channel it was on, I don't even normally go up into that area or region, right? I know, because it was in the music section, right? And that's real way high up here, right? Just to show you for an example. And see, I went to bed after Bull, right, which is 11. No. Now, to molest a child, this is what I heard by watching Dr. Phil and Oprah. You got to get the child A alone. B, it's usually a parent going to the child's room, not the other way around, right? And C, right? Right. I don't know. You got to be alone with the child long enough to warrant that, right? And that's why my story is completely different since I was in there on the couch, right? Right. Like I told you before. Hmm. Right? Now, the thing is, I don't know who changed the channel. And when I woke up several times, right? A few times, right? Maybe five or six, right? I was constantly thinking about my cousin Jennifer for some reason, right? Now, these are the triple X, right? Channels there. These are the movie channels, right? Boom, Barbarians. No Name and Dynamite. A Day to Die. Black Light. pay-per-view is WrestleMania 38, right? On April 2nd, and there it is. Now, this is where you get into the channels for music, right? There it is. Kids Tune, right? So it was on this channel, right? And that's called Ball Forbit. Artist is Andrew and Polly, right? And see, I didn't put it on this channel. Channel was on is 11. It's 11.
Correspondent Tracy Smith shows us some grainy surveillance video played a key role in this case.
Right. So I just woke up this morning, right. Last night was Thursday, it's Friday today, right? So Bull was on last night, and that's the last thing I watched. And I watched CBS and SVU. And Law and Order and Young Sheldon, right? Because I like those two shows the most, right? Alright. On Young Sheldon, the girl prodigy was having problems finding friends, right? And she wanted to stay with Sheldon, right? Because she wanted to quit school, right? So she shows up there to try and stay with Sheldon for a couple days, right? Then he goes home and, talks to his sister about it, and she says, well, you better tell Mom, right? And the older brother is sleeping with an older woman, right? And didn't tell her he was 17, right? You can do it that way too, by the way, right, Mariah and Nick? The older woman can sleep with the younger man, right? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But again, right, you gotta be what? Of age, right? And on Law and Order, this girl is missing. They find blood on a van or something, right? And this guy is running dating apps, right? But changing his profile. And he gets, he becomes a prime suspect when they find him somewhere like some kind of park, right? With a shovel, line, stuff like that, right? And so they're investigating all that. And then later on, this woman who he dated in high school or something finds a shoe at his cabin, and it happens to match the other shoe they had, right? And they go through the trial and all that, and then he's either convicted or not, right? You don't give away the ending. And so you watch the program to find out if he's convicted or not, right? on SVU, these men raid these entrepreneurs who are rappers, right? House, right? And steal money and kill the rappers, right? In the midst of it, right? And there's a young girl under 17 who gets mixed up in it, right? And she's been kind of hooking for them too, right? And so they like, try to make it her fault, right? That she set it up, and it was her idea. But really, it turns out she was abused by the men, right? And was put in the hospital several times, so she felt she didn't have a choice, right? And, Carissy, he tries to make it seem like it was her fault too, but then he realizes that towards the end that, she feared for her life and she felt kind of, trapped, right? And how they, in the story, is they wind up deciding whether she was coerced or not, right? Or forced into it or not, right? And so they're trying to determine all that. And she's trying to make a deal or something so she don't get a lot of time, right? And stuff like that, right? So that's basically SVU last night, right? Now on CBS, Al reveals to his new girlfriend he's a virgin, right? And never had sex yet. Though this is cause his ex-girlfriend kind of is going out with another guy. And then towards the end, his ex-girlfriend kind of comes back, right? And that's basically the premise of the show, right? Now, him and the other girl, though, they start making out a lot, right? And like I told you, making out is different than sex. Now, after that was Ghost, and on this one they dealt with what happened to the guy who plays the hotshot lawyer type or CEO type, without any pants on. He's just wearing, undies and a top suit and a suit right on top, right? So they're dealing with him and what happened to him, and an old friend of his shows up at the estate, and he recognizes him and remembers him from when they were younger. And then they put it together, and the Indian guy saw what all happened to them, and all that's revealed, right? And he remembers taking 2 different kind of pills, right? And thinking he had sex with some woman, right? But the pills might have been what killed him, probably, right? And he died of a heart attack, right? And they dumped him in the lake, perhaps. Anyway. Cover up what happened. And they're also trying to sell this antique watch to the guy, and wound up getting double the price for it. After that, there was a new comedy called Roll With It. It's about this guy who is a bowling guy. But his scores are real good, right? So one of the bowling alley's managers is trying to get him to join the PG, whatever they call the tour for bowling, right? PBA, whatever. I don't know what it's called specifically, because I channel surf, like I said, right? But anyway, was wanting him to join the bowling league. But his mother also got him a job where she worked so he could have steady income, right? So it's about, towards the end, whether his wife will want him to take that job or go on as a professional bowler, where you can win purses up with a lot of money, right? I don't know, right. And in one of the scenes, they're watching this professional bowler, and again, seeing how he does compared to the guy who they want to become the professional bowler, right? And if he scored more than him and stuff like that, right? And towards the end, his wife decides whether she wants him to do that or take the other job, right? And that's what Roll With It was about. And then, like I said, Bull was about malpractice of a doctor who was operating on the patient, but she died of AFib, right? So they went in there to investigate it all. It turns out the blonde is dating this guy and he's still married, right? But it has to do with his wife having MS, right? And again, right, these are the programs I watch, right? Now, I'm not ashamed to watch Sesame Street once in a while. Or PBS when I channel surf. Because I grew up on Sesame Street. Hi, Big Bird. Know who that is? Rubber Ducky, you're the one. I don't know. Just a few voices for you. And again, I definitely didn't put it on Kids' Choice, right? Or Kids' Tunes, right? Right. Now, also, when you do that, change the channel, it's supposed to give you a list of channels, right, at the bottom, right? You can go back to, right? Conjunction Junction. Is that from Schoolhouse Rock?
That's sort of the opposite.
Sort of the opposite, not this or that. I remember that. Right? Junction, what's your function? Look it up. Water. And water. That's nice. I like that song. Conjunction, what's your function? Joyce. Junction, what's your function? I just don't remember the words. Coming through the fire. Okay. Now we grew up on that. We grew up on that. I know. hmm And I remember, right? You're going to hell. You're going to hell.